Hey everyone, my name is Josh Rosenberg. I'm the second vice president of TW Local 556, and welcome to another episode of AirWaves. Today we're coming to you in a little bit different of a format. It's July 24th, Friday, and we are trying out a new format with more timely, up to the minute news that you can use on a regular basis. So today I'm here with First Vice President Sam Wilkins, and we're just going to talk a little bit about what's going on. Hey, Sam.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, so just a few things that have been in the news recently, and just wanted to get your take on them and a little bit more information on what's actually happening. First, so we had the whole rebid debacle, right? So we had an issue where all of a sudden our flight attendants had to rebid. So do you want to give us a little bit of background on that and what's been happening with it and what's going to happen going forward?
Sure, no problem. So on July the 2nd, we got notice from crew planning that there was an issue system-wide with both pairing legalities and line values. And so they determined that it was something to do with both crew bid and EBS equally. For some reason, it wasn't taking the data from the pairing packets and inputting it. And so they decided the best course in the moment was to go ahead and shut down bids. And the contract allows for the parties to agree for that to happen. And the only thing that we made sure of is that our flight attendants had the full 72 hours bidding time frame was preserved, as well as the 24-hour protest period was reserved. So what essentially was shortened because of the rebid was the time for crew planning to process bids and award bids. So that was, not something that any of us wanted, but it was the best course in the moment so that they could get the bids back on track and that people would know what they were actually bidding for. Because the last thing that we wanted was somebody to bid for something and then for them to get a unfortunate surprise that they were awarded something that they bid but was not accurate in the bid packet.
Okay, sounds good. And you said so there's a group grievance going on it.
Yeah, there's a group grievance. So far, actually, everybody that was impacted, crew planning provided us a list of those individuals who bid on the second but didn't rebid. And they contacted them and worked with them, offered them a blank line essentially. So they either took that option or they could have a line built for them. But the majority of our flight attendants that were impacted chose to just have a blank line. And then we are working through that solution in itself because we want to make sure that if something like this happens in the future, that one, we have protections and be more proactive in how we deploy bids, because I want to make sure that there's no issues in the future, but also to make sure that if there is, that we have a consistent process moving forward to make those individuals that are impacted whole.
Okay, so
Yeah.
moral of the story is, worked with the company to resolve it, filed a group grievance, and trying to figure out what happened to make sure we never go through this kind of thing again, right?
Yes, and actually, we have a meeting later this afternoon on that very issue, and so it'll be our first debrief, formal debrief with the technology department that works with crew planning, so that they can let us know exactly what happened. We have come to our own conclusion as to why the rebid was necessary. A lot of the red-eye pairings now contain red-eye flights that depart after midnight local. And we think that's what caused the issue, along with some pay pieces and legalities related to the new 35-minute report time on the 800 and MAX 8s.
Okay, and that's our hypothesis, right? And once we figure out what happened, we'll follow up with the membership.
Yes, we are committed to making sure you guys are aware of everything that we know. You'll know.
Okay, cool. Also, speaking of, maybe things that didn't go as planned, so CMAP, right? It's our new KCM program that got rolled out, not ours, but one that we use. So what's been going on with CMAP? How's the rollout been, and what can our flight attendants expect? What do we know about it?
So, full disclosure, it's been a little clunky. It is run by the Homeland Security Administration. And they have unfortunately been very reluctant on giving updates and information and answering questions for all airlines. This is not just unique to Southwest, as we all use the crew member access point, or formerly KCM. And so hopefully they'll work out the kinks, but it has been a little clunky. Apparently, they've rolled back full launches in some stations because they're waiting for transportation security agents and officers to be fully trained before they post up, if you will, at that particular checkpoint, because they also, if you do get random, just like KCM, you'll have to be escorted to go through regular security.
Mhm.
But it has been clunky. And what we can tell you is that if you have an issue, please make sure that you are filling out on the IEFB under Comply 365 forms. Make sure you're filling out the form that you ran into an issue with KCM or CMAP, depending on what location you're at, as well as you may hear back from them. So make sure that if there's any action items, like having to re-sign up for it. I know that sounds a little weird, but right now, that again, just kind of going through this transition period, it's clunky.
Yeah. And I have heard from the flight attendants who have gone through it, who, signed up, who opted in and all that. I have heard it's been great. Like they just go up and get a little scan and then they're right on through. So I hope it's good news ahead. But yeah, it definitely has been clunky on the beginning of it all.
Yeah,
Um,
CMAP is definitely less cumbersome. So hopefully it will cause ease of going through that checkpoint. Unlike KCM, sometimes that can get a little bogged up while people are trying to get their IDs out, and their passport and their KCM card.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So also I wanted to check in. So rumors been hearing online. A lot of flight attendants have heard that SWAPA has a side letter that has to do with adding some seats to the aircraft. Have we talked to SWAPA about this? Do we have any info on it? What's your take on it?
We have some limited information. So we have the information that was sent out to their members with respect to their process. Their board of directors reviewed a side letter proposal. Essentially, if they agree to it, they're voting on it. I believe they start later. I'm sorry, early next week they start. And so once they ratify that, essentially what it would mean is that the company could reconfigure for consistency purposes the number of seats on every 800 and max 8 to 177 seats. Currently in their contract, the maximum that they can reconfigure is 175 seats. And in exchange for that, if you will, if they are assigned a middle seat on a deadhead or the last row, I believe, on the deadhead, then they would actually get an override for that particular deadhead. But apparently, their language is in line with pilot contract language, which requires that they get a best available at the time of booking for either aisle or window seat in the ELR sections and premium seating. And so they have had some issues with that because our flights are very full, and with the sort of haphazard way that the assigned seating was rolled out, they have had some struggles. And so I think some of this came from grievances that they had to file, and then they came to these terms and put it out for a side letter vote to their membership.
And again, so like you said, it's a side letter vote. So this could,
Mhm.
depending on what their members say, this could all go away, or they could vote it in. So it's kind of a wait and see thing, also to see
Yeah,
what happens.
yeah. And certainly how it impacts us, because I'm sure a lot of people are questioning that, is that we actually have several grievances from the past, for those of you that have been here a while, related to the Evolve aircraft. When we added a row, we did grieve and arbitrate that. We also have a couple other different grievances from the past that we are currently reviewing, and we will make sure that if there is any type of issue that impacts either our contract or just in general, something that changes our workflow, our work duties, we'll make sure that the grievance team and I work together on protecting our contract.
Okay, sounds good. Also, we have a couple things coming up. We have a town hall meeting coming up soon. We have a membership meeting coming up soon. Want to give us info on that?
Yes. So on July the 30th, we do have a town hall. We hope you all can join us. I believe it starts at 10 a.m. Central will be sending out information to sign up for that and to attend. Just as a reminder, if you're unable to attend, we do record the town halls, different from membership meetings. And then we also provide a live Q&A session where you can ask any question. People have been participating in that quite well lately, but whatever questions are asked that are kind of common questions and need to know answers, we also provide Q&A PDF on the website that you can go through if you're unable to attend.
And we're going to do Q&As a little bit different, right? We're going to have another option for submitting questions, right?
Yes, so we are going to have an option where you can submit something beforehand. So if you would like to submit a question that we will answer during the town hall, you can email townhall@tw556.org. We're happy to answer any questions that you may have, but as always, we ask that you keep it respectful, stick to the issues and not the person or the personalities, and making sure that you're participating because we would love to have you. The town halls are a good way to engage with leadership and to engage with each other. It's a less formal setting than a membership meeting, where membership meetings are kind of reserved for the business of the local. So we're excited about that. And then we have a membership meeting. I believe it is on August the 29th, and it is at 10 a.m. Central as well. We will see you there. It's a virtual meeting. So I know Open Time opened earlier this week, but hopefully you will have that date off and you can join us for our third quarter membership meeting.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, thanks for all the information, Sam. Really appreciate it. Hope everyone likes more timely news type format. We're always happy to take your feedback. So, please email us over here at airwaves@tw556.org. If you want to see anything else or see a different format, we're happy to take that feedback. But again, Sam, thanks a lot. Anything final closing words?
Just wear your union pin. Lots of opportunities out there to show off your union pride, if you will. Please make sure that before you leave the house for your trip, make sure you're putting on your union pin, just like you have to wear your rings. We would definitely appreciate that visibility out there. And we look forward to seeing you at either the town hall or the membership meeting or both.
Cool. All right. Thanks a lot, Sam. Everyone, have a great day out there. Take care.
Have a good day.